Hello everyone, are you good in React and Next.js and would like to get into mobile development? The best way to do that is by making use of React Native, because you'll still use your React knowledge or Next.js knowledge in React Native, but now to create mobile applications. And in this video, I'll show you how easy it is to get started with React Native and start creating your dream mobile application. The first thing that you need to do is to just go to reactnative.dev, and then you'll just come to development and guides. Documentation will always be your best friend when it comes to software development. Now from here, I'll just go to environment setup, then I'll say get started with React Native. And from here, you'll see, although we could create an application with just React Native, the documentation recommends us to use another framework called Expo. And you can think of Expo as Next.js of React Native, okay? So the way Next.js provide file-based routing and those other features, Expo does so for React Native. And you can see Expo provides features like file-based routing, high-quality universal libraries, and so on. So we'll be making use of Expo to create our React Native application. So just click on Expo, and that will take us to expo.dev. In expo.dev, again, we go to docs, because as I said, docs will be your best friend. Now from here, I'll come to create a project. All you need is Node.js installed in your machine, and obviously you'll need an operating system, macOS, Windows, or Linux. And all we need to do is to run this command at our terminal. And this will come with a template Expo project already created for us. So what I'll do, I'll copy that command, then I'll open my Visual Studio Code. In Visual Studio Code, I have already opened an empty folder, so I'll paste that command here and I'll hit enter. I'll wait for it to create the project. It is asking me the name of the project. Since I want the name to be the name of this folder, I will use a full stop. Otherwise, if you want to create a project with a different name from your folder, then you'll need to type it here. Maybe you can say app, whatever, but in my case, I'll just say full stop or period and hit enter. And that will now take the name of this folder as the name of my React Native application. And there we go. Expo created our application, and it will go ahead and install all the dependencies that are in package.json file. Now, as this installs, we can go back to the web and we will continue down here. You will see we have set up your environment. So let's click on set up your environment. And you'll see you can develop on an Android device using a real device, or you can use an iOS device, or you can use a virtual device using Android emulator or iOS emulator. I highly recommend that you try to use an Android device or an iOS device, okay? And then you'll need to have your computer and your mobile device connected to the same network, that is Wi-Fi network, or maybe hotspot network, but they need to be on the same network, okay? Because your local development will be communicating with your mobile to perform hot reloads and show the application on the mobile. And it pays, by the way, to set this up, so don't worry. What you need to do is to choose your device. In this case, I'll showcase with an iOS device because I can easily screen record there. And then right here, I'll go ahead and choose Expo Go. So you need to choose Expo Go here. And down here, it will give you a QR code to scan. Once you scan, it will ask you to install Expo Go in your mobile device. Alternatively, if you are on Android, go to Play Store and search for Expo Go and install on your Android. If you are on iPhone, go to App Store, search for Expo Go and install Expo Go in your iPhone. Once you do that, then we will be able to use our devices to test our application. So let's see if this completed installation. It is still loading. Okay, I'll wait for this to complete and then we will proceed. Now our application is ready to run, and you can use either of these commands to run on Android, iOS, or web. And from here you can see at iOS we have a message here. You need a Mac OS for you to build iOS project. But that is not true, because now we have Expo Go. We can use Expo Go app if we need to develop iOS projects without a Mac OS. And as you can see, I am on Windows, but still I can create applications for an iPhone, which is really cool. So Expo app is very cool to use. Let's come back here and start developing. And you'll see this is the command that we need to run to start our application. Or alternatively, if you just want to specify a specific environment, you can use these ones here. So in this case, I'll say npm start, and this will work for Android. But when testing with iPhone, I found out that it fails. It's something to do with it failing to connect with the local development and so on. So what you'll need to do is to add a flag here called tunnel. And this flag will install Glock, and then Glock will allow our iPhone to access our application here and be able to test on iPhone. So if you are on iPhone, make sure you include this, but if you are on Android, you don't need to. So here I'll say npm start, then I'll include the tunnel flag and hit enter. Now I'll show you on my iPhone. I have already downloaded the Expo Go application. So as you can see, I do have Expo Go. And yes, I also do play Call of Duty. Now here I'll click on Expo Go. From here, let's see what we have. We really don't have anything, but what we will wait for is for it to give us a QR code for us to scan, and it gave me mine. So here I have a QR code. All I need to do on my iPhone is to open the camera, then I'll scan this QR code. So I'll open in Expo Go, and it's failing. It should show the app there. So something is wrong. Metro waiting on, okay, scan the QR code above with the Expo Go Android or the camera app on iOS. Okay, it's now working, and here we have the app. It just took some time, so I don't know why it had that long delay, but here we have the app. This is our React Native app on our phone, and this is the boilerplate that came with Expo. So let's check at this boilerplate. As you can see, it has the app here, and it has the file routing system like you would have in a Next.js application. Now here, if I click on index.js, we do have some components. I don't know why they are complaining, because we already installed these components. I think I would need to restart my VS Code, because it is not detecting the change that happened where all the components were already installed. Let me do that and see. Let me start VS Code again. I'm taking you through these steps because if you face the same issues, you don't need to worry. Okay, it might be just normal. And let's see now if it shows those errors. All these components were automatically installed when creating the Expo Go application, and I don't see the reason for the application to complain. Now I would need to run the application again here. The command is npm start and then tunnel if you are on iOS. So let me run again, and I think I would need to scan it again for it to run well. So the problem was that my TypeScript file didn't realize that we installed all those components, and therefore they were just being marked as errors. I think I need to somehow close this, so let me just close this completely. Then I'll scan the QR code again from here. It will give you open in Expo. Is this our app here? Should I just like open it? Not sure. Let me open it. Click on this app. I think it's loading. It's not opening. Okay, there we go. It's now working. Now, as you can see, we are just using components like we would do in a normal React application. Okay, these components are defined in components here. If I click on these components, you'll see some of these components are coming from Expo. Some are coming from React Native. So the main thing that you'll need to learn is the different components you would use in your React Native application. And for a link, you can already see it's a link component. And if we come to index.js, I will remove the entire thing here. Actually, we can go back to the default application that don't have this Expo template, okay, so that we start on a small application. And here we have a script called reset project. This particular script will allow us to remove all the files that were created by Expo, and then we'll remain with the bare minimum. So all I need to do is to come here. I'll create a new terminal here, and if I go to package.json file, you'll see the script is here, reset project, and it will run that script. All I need to say here is npm run then that script, which is reset -project, and I hit enter. Do you want to save the files to stroke up example? So here you can just say no, and it will not keep on saving those files. But if you need to learn from them, you can save them in an example folder. But now there we go, all the unnecessary files were removed, and now if you go to app, we only have layout, which is like the beginning of our application, just like we usually do have in Next.js. And if I come to index.js, you'll see we have text and view only from React Native. View represents a div in this case, and text represents a paragraph. And you can see from the font side, the app automatically hot reloaded on our mobile, and we can see the changes on the fly. So if you are designing your UI, it's super easy to do so, because once I make a change here and I save, you'll notice that that happens automatically on the phone, which is cool. In terms of styling, you can see it is using an object to style, just like you will do inline styles in React and CSS. So you'll just need to use an object like this to style. So here we can try to add a background color. So I'll say background color, I'll tab that and tab again to autocomplete this one, and here I'll say red, just like that, and I will save. If I save, look, the entire app changed the background color to red. Now there is a way of using Tailwind CSS to style your React Native application, which is cool. So I'll come here, and that is called native wind or native wind. Search for that, then this will enable you to style your application using Tailwind CSS just like you would do in a React application. So you can come to docs and go to install. So as you can see, you can use native wind to style your React Native application using Tailwind CSS. So if you need me to create a video on this, please let me know, and then I'll prepare and create the video. The next thing that I want to show you is that at the React Native documentation, you can come here and learn more about the different React Native components. Here we have core components and native components. So here you can run the core React Native components. So I think this is the best place to start. You'll see a view represents an unscrolling div, okay? A text represents a p tag. An image here will be img, like in web. Scroll view now, it's a scrollable div, and then text input is like input element in React. And as you can see, that is simply how you can get started with React Native. And then the rest of the knowledge that you have about React, that is passing props, using state, and so on, you can now apply it to build your application. So let me know if you'd like to see more of these React Native videos. And that is basically how you can get started with React Native and start building your dream mobile application with your React knowledge.